Hey, Hooligan, you've probably been enjoying my YouTube channel for a little while now, and that's really flattering. I really love that you enjoy my videos so much. You may not realize, however, that I'm also a cartoonist. This is my webcomic. Uh, Notice the name of the webcomic is Woo Hooligan. The comic actually came before the YouTube videos. And last year, I had a Kickstarter for a second volume of my comics in book form. The thing is, a little over a year later now, I actually still have a couple of rewards from that Kickstarter that I haven't quite completed. Two of them are for my dad, and as you can imagine, often it's easy to let the ones for the family sort of slip by you because they understand that you need to keep producing work and whatnot, and that things happen. But I also have two rewards for guys who are not family members of mine. Two guys who pledged for a tier reward that described a comedy ringtone. The idea was that they would tell me what they want, and I would record a brief little, 30-second or minute clip of some kind of really short joke in an audio file that they could use as their ringtone or whatever they wanted to use it for. And then when I asked them what they wanted for their ringtones, the answers I got were kind of unexpected, and they kind of indicated that these guys, without saying as much, weren't really interested in the reward. They just wanted to pledge to the Kickstarter to help me print the books, which is fine. But now, like a year later, when I still haven't quite finished those two rewards for them, I'm just neurotic about getting them done. One of them asked me to sing a rock song, and I, for a year now, can't figure out what song to sing. I mean, not that like me singing isn't inherently hilarious, just the idea of it alone. But I just haven't been able to, like, I know he listens to a lot of like punk rock and whatnot, and like, so I don't know. It's not like I just don't know what to sing. And the other guy said, just give me a bunch of Simpsons clips. And I couldn't bring myself to do quite that. I couldn't bring myself to just cram together a bunch of random Simpsons clips and hand it to him. So I thought what I'd do is I'd get a bunch of Simpsons clips and I would edit them together to form some sort of new joke out of like the little snippets of individual words or phrases the various different characters were saying. And that's a much larger project than I had originally intended to pursue for these rewards. But since I can't bring myself to just give him something that he could download from free from any of a number of websites, I felt like I needed to put some work into it. So I'm doing this project that actually is like a huge amount of work for me, just so that I could say that I didn't just slack the thing off. So that's what I'm doing here. I've already put in a bunch of hours just doing nothing but downloading Simpsons clips like these.
Okay, don't try anything funny. I'm armed to the teeth.
Each of these bullet wounds is a badge of honor.
Be careful when we capture him. We cannot claim the reward unless we have 51% of the carcass.
So I've downloaded, I don't know how many Simpsons clips, a lot. And I've cut up a bunch of them already. And I don't know exactly what I have here. I've got a lot of audio here. And so the next task is to edit them together in a funny way. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm bringing you guys along with me on this journey. I thought, especially since it had taken me so long to get this done, it'd be a good thing for me to give my patrons a little behind the scenes on it. And maybe by recording it, that'll also encourage me to actually get it fucking done. Since I've been working on it for over a year now, and I'm barely even begun editing it. Okay, the rest of that video is for my patrons. This version is for everybody, and I'm just going to show you the finished project.
Mrs. Simpson, what did you and your husband do after you were ejected from the restaurant?
Are those the limited edition action figures?
But we can't afford $90, even if it is a bargain.
Well, that was an antique. Crap!
And there are those who might try to use it against us for their own advantage.
What can we do?
Don't panic. Just quietly get this stuff inside my butt.
That's it, honey. Get into the spirit. Really, I'm not sure we're making any headway here.
Is that the best you can do? Grease me up, woman!
Oh, my.
That's the stuff!
I think that's everything.
Jesus, the feds!
They're all here!
Hold it right there!
Everybody, please, be on your best behavior.
You know what I blame this on the breakdown of? Society.
No further questions.
Wow, you're still watching after almost 30 minutes of this making of video, and I realized there wasn't a lot of comedy in the making of portion. I mean, that's not really the point. I mean, the point here was to give you a little glimpse into how I work. And so now you've seen not really how I work, because this is kind of a unique project. I don't really usually do stuff like this, but I thought, you know, hey, you're supporting me through Patreon, and that's fantastic. I really appreciate your support, and it helps me to get stuff like this done. So I really appreciate your help. And thank you for sharing yourself, and I'll catch you next time.